BassResinator here. I saw this mold, and when Let's Resin put it out, they had a big sale on it. Now this thing right here says 17.8 fluid ounces. But it's also really tall, and the instructions say do it in 2 pours. So it's a dragon sitting on top of like a world or a ball. And what I want to do is pour enough to where I can get all the way to the dragon's feet here. His tail goes all the way to the top, so I'm not going to be able to get that. But I want to be able to get his feet covered. But I want to color, and it comes, this is really cool. Because it's so tall, it could be topsy-turvy. So they provide a little frame to set the mold in to keep it from flopping over or falling down, which is very nice. So I'm going to set that aside for the time being. Stay. And I'm going to color with chrome powders and eye candy Shinto Shrine. What I'm going to use is the blue chrome powder, the royal blue chrome powder, the green chrome powder, and the purple. So those are all dark, and this is a lighter color. These are all, this is an ultra shift powder, which is like a chameleon. These have chameleon qualities, but they're more just like super shiny. So, and that's the noise a dragon would make. Now, I do see he's got eyes in here, but I think it would be very difficult to get down inside the mold and try and put eyes in. Yeah, I can't. It's not advisable. So what I'm going to do is I will be able to paint the eyes on after I'm done. I want to put all these bright colors and stuff on there, and then there are ribs in the wings, where the bones or cartilage would be, and I can come over that with markers after it's all done, said and done. So what I've got this empty mixing. It's made for resin, but I'm just gonna be putting these colors in here to come up with a new color. And this is the blue, which to me looks more of a teal. Very pretty nonetheless. And if I have enough of this left over, I can do other things with it, because I know it's going to be beautimous. What does that mean? Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Beautimous. Hopefully this will give a magical color. I thought what would be really cool would be go in there with some of those flakes, but I don't think I can get in there to burnish. So I'm not going to do that. But I will put these away. The green goes down there. Purple goes there. The royal blue and the blue. That's the order I had them. Now, in the Shinto Shrine, going back down there, and look at that. Something I poured or dumped in there jumped. That means they're static. This Give me a wild color. Wild thing. I think I love you. This is a really tall mold. You know what I can do? Let me adjust this camera mount so you can see a little bit better. Hopefully you'll see better. It's up higher now. And I will go back over this with a big wipe in just a bit to I want that globe or the ball to be as clear as possible because I want to make it an opal type of thing. Right now I'm just doing his claws. I'm wearing a hat and the brim of my hat just bumped the camera. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to shake you up. We are here to shake you up. Oh no, it's pump you up. Sorry about that. Sorry. Not sorry. Just trying to be silly. Yes. Now, yeah, I said this thing holds 17.8 ounces or something like that. What did it say? Yeah, 17.8. So I think I'm going to mix up 10 just to be on the safe side. Okay. How am I going to get down there to his head? I don't know. Let me get this part of his tail. The part that I can reach the easiest is what I'm doing first. That's the equivalent of eating your dessert first. Why? Because that's what you really want. This is going to be a magical chrome ultra shift or chameleon effect, hopefully. Except this end of his tail is not going to be as bright as the other. I've got an idea. What I'm thinking right now is, well, let me see. Can I fold this out a bit to get down in here better? Puff the magic dragon lives along the sea. The Isle of Honolulu. I guess I will just use that to mix in. Okay, so I will get a mixing cup that holds 8 ounces. And I will do that because I think if I go more than 8, I'm going to go up into that globe more than I want to. Okay, let me mix up stuff. Look at the color of that. It's almost like the Let's Resin Galaxy when it's mixed with black. But that was just clear mixed with those 5 colors. What I did, there's something floating around in that. Don't want that. Come on now. Get these little gnats flying around every once in a while, and they'll go right in and change stuff for me, and I don't want them to. What I did to get the head colored is, instead of just trusting that, I dumped some gold, a little scoop of gold, and a little bit of holographic pink, and some more of that Shinto powder from High Candy Pigments, and then I just shook it around, and it looks like I got pretty decent coverage, and it's going to be pretty. Now the instructions do say there are spots that are prone to bubbles, and that's right here on the tips, right here, and the chin area. So as I pour it in, I'm gonna definitely squeeze those areas to try and get the bubbles out. This is a pretty color, huh? I'll put it into the holder after I get these bubbles secured. I'm getting this chin area right now. You can't really see. I can see it perfectly, but if I turn it sideways, I might end up. I'm just squeezing right down here on his snout. Try and get those now, the tips of, oh, I could see some bubble there. Yeah, there came a bubble. Oh, yep. I'll get this side. I felt it. I squeezed and I could feel a little, like a pocket of something, I don't know what. The bubbles are definitely coming up where I'm squeezing. And I'm using the deep pour resin from Let's Resin. to make sure I don't have any flash curing going on. I hope I have all those bubble areas taken care of. I'll pour some more in and then work on those spines on his back. Well, that didn't take nearly as much as I thought it was going to take. But I don't want to get into the globe area. Too much. Okay, now that I've got that, let me put this, oh, that's the backwards way, in there. But I can't see what I need to see. That's the side I want to see down into. I don't mind the top of the globe, which will be the top. But I definitely want as much of the dark on the areas where I can get it. Okay, so I don't have too much left of just keep giving it a shaky and shake it all about. Do the hokey pokey. Okay, now we wait. Okie doke. I'll be back for the next pour. Okay, this is cured up enough. I already poured a little bit in here to fill that up. I got 2 extras from what was left over in there. But this is cured up enough to where I can pour in clear. Now, what I want to do with this, I'll tell you as I get going. I don't know how much this is going to hold. I mixed up 12 ounces. Well, I'm adding bubbles in there now, huh? Well, I may need to mix up just a bit more. I even put that in the vacuum chamber and look at all of that craziness. Well, what I want to do is, I've got a little bit that was left. I'm pouring it into a little pot over here, and I'm going to mix in some Aurora powder. Not much. And then I'm going to wait about an hour and then use a pipette and go down in a ways and squirt it and just let it sit there, and hopefully it will cause this aurora effect from within. That's what I'm hoping. These bubbles will come up. This is with this deep pour resin from Let's Resin. It releases bubbles really quickly and nicely. Okay, so let me mix up a little bit more, and I'll pour it in there. And I told you what I'm going to do with the Aurora powder. I don't know if I'm going to show it to you because my battery on my camera is running low. So I think I will just tell you what I'm going to do, and hopefully it'll come out looking really, really, really cool. Yeah. Okay. We'll see you on the demold. Okay. I have removed it from the housing. I had a little bit of extra, so I had enough for a little axolotl. And I don't know if you see those little white things. Don't worry about those. I'll explain them in a future video. And a little teddy bear, and you can tell where I ran out. So I went to this color, and I had too much of that. That's why I made the axolotl. Okay. I put in addition to the Aurora powder, I also put in some flakes. I put a few in, and then I waited till it was tacky, and then I put some across the bottom. I sort of painted them on there, and then I covered or sealed the bottom with black. So we'll see what that looks like. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but it's looking kind of pretty. It's looking kind of pretty. It's looking kind of pretty. It'd be nice if I could get that off. Okay, I was ended up struggling with it, so I ended up doing the whole thing in the sink. Oh, look at there. Now, I didn't get any air bubbles on his back, on those ridges back here, but I did have them in his horns up on the top, and that's because I had all that extra powder that I dumped in there. So bummer. But yeah, that is a mystical dragon there with that Aurora powder in that. That is pretty. How am I going to fix this? I can patch some of that. Let me do... color his toenails and his eyes. Takes forever to come out through the little spout, so just open it up and have at you. Still gonna look broken, but they look like they're broken off in battle or something. The hard part about getting these horns done in the mold is they're so far down in there, and the silicone is really thick where the horns are, so it's hard to squeeze any bubbles out. So, and they do say in the instructions it's difficult to get those, so I was warned. Didn't like it. Warned about the horn. Things sticking out, because boy, that's revolting development when you go to grab it and you're like, ah, ouch, ouch. It's no fun getting poked by a horn, nor is it any fun getting poked by a thorn. Ouch. Okay, enough of whatever voice that was. I gotta go to the door. I'll be right back. Guy coming for our bug service, because last night I hear this blood-curdling scream come out of the bathroom, and there was a cockroach about 3.5 inches long hanging on the ceiling in her closet. Get it! And so I go to hit it, and it saw me coming and flew. And I couldn't find it, and she's, oh man. Some husband I am can't even get rid of a cockroach. Okay, so anyway, I got the horns taken care of. There's nothing sharp. Still looks really cool. Looks like he's a little worse for wear from the battle. I'm gonna go over these spines right here with one of the markers, but I'm gonna do his eyes first. And I thought I will just use black UV resin. And with black UV resin, you got to go over it a couple times before it'll actually show up black. And then I can go over it with some clear and seal it all together, and it'll also seal that silver down. Silver down, silver down. And on every street corner you hear, ah, there's a cockroach! Ding-a-ling. Do-do-do-do. Okay. You know what? I need to go a little bit higher on the eye as well. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Bum 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 doo dum 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 dum. Clear resin. Put a little bit right here, just like the other one. Look at that little paper. I'll put him under the big lamp in just a little bit. This is just to help hold it in place. Ding-a-ling, do-do-do-do-do, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. City sidewalks. Kind of cool looking. Yeah. Okay, do another 10 seconds on that. Got the gold marker out. And I'm going to try and just get the top of that ridge. And there's a little bit of gold fleck in that part of the wing, so that gold lining adds right to it. Cool. Well, what do you think about that, huh? Well, other than the horns being kind of broken, I think this came out really nice looking. My opinion, but that's what counts right now, right? Okay, I'm gonna take this guy outside and get some nice pictures. It's nice and sunny. It is hot, but it's a nice sunny day. So if you are a subscriber, thank you so very, very much. I really appreciate it. If you're not, it's really easy to become one. All you do is go down to the bottom of the screen and push subscribe. And while you're there, might as well go ahead and push the icon of the little bell, because that'll let you know anytime I do something new. So, yeah. This channel does have memberships available, so if you are interested in doing that, just click the join button, and you'll be given two choices, either Blue Bonnet level, which is level 1, or Indian Paintbrush, which is level 2. And any money that comes in from ad revenue or the channel memberships goes straight back into allowing me to purchase like this mold. Of course, I got it on sale. That's the best way. But anyway, yeah. Stick around for some still shots, and we'll see you for the next one. Bye.